Hello YouTube, how are you doing? Today we have a preview of the H160 by Hype Performance Group, and this is an aircraft I am extremely excited about. I am a big fan of Hype Performance Group, and I'm very thankful for having access to this. And I'm going to be showing you guys this aircraft. I'm going to try to do a fairly, I want to say full preview. I want to show the aircraft, its systems, and some very, very nice features. This, again, is a preview. This is not a review. It is releasing on Friday, October 27th, on the Hype Performance Group website. I will have a link as soon as it's up. And I believe this will cost around 50 US dollars. Yeah, as you can see, it's right in front of us. It is completely covered. So let's take a look at it. And here we have it. So let's do a walk around, shall we? And then we're going to be checking out the main rotor, the tail rotor as well. Again, I do want to give a pretty good look at this aircraft. As you can see, we do have a tablet. It is looking very, very sweet. And this is one of the default liveries. I love turtles, so there was no way I would choose a different livery. I saw the turtle on the side and I'm like, yes, thank you. As you can see, the model is extremely well done, as is usual with High Performance Group. Very talented team. Okay, what about the rotor? And the rotor is animated. As you move your collective, the angle of attack of the blades, they do change. As you can see, it is very, very well animated. Very, very well animated. Pretty nice stuff. Well, what about the inside? Here we have the inside. And yeah, you can operate the doors through this. However, you can also click the door. If you want to do this a little bit more realistically, you can click the door. But yeah, I love this. Autopilot. We're going to be looking at this, lights. You can control all of this through the tablet, so it's a little bit easier for you. However, you can also do it through the aircraft itself. It's a fairly in-depth tablet. And we are, I don't know, let's choose a random airport. Meteor, pretty nice. Yeah, we are in Zamadan, which is a very nice airport in Switzerland. This is one of my favorite airports in the EU. Okay, Flappy Bird, EFB Connect, alarms, failures and maintenance, so you do have failures here. Very, very sweet stuff. You can do all maintenance actions, you can pretty much do everything. Help documentation. Again, this is a preview, so not everything might be here. So, checklist. Everything you could expect. Now for the rest of the helicopter. Very, very nice. I cannot wait for a medical variant. I really enjoy doing medevac missions, especially on NeoFly. My most flown aircraft on NeoFly is a helicopter, and it's mostly doing medevac missions. Yeah, and now we have the overhead panel. Overall, it's not a too complex aircraft, but there is some learning There's a little bit of learning. I am still learning. So if you look up here, battery 1 and 2 on. Let's do generator on. There's a third one. This is the emergency generator. This is a GPU. We're not going to connect the GPU. Both engines, nope. Lamp audio. Yeah. So far, so good. Acknowledge. Battery discharging. This is extremely well done, and you can actually use this as you should, which is very, very nice. So you can change this 200, and as you can see, it is doing its thing really very, very nice. Let's set the barrow, and here you can select the takeoff. You can actually fly this manually, but the autopilot will be engaged. The philosophy behind this specific aircraft is that the autopilot will be on at all times. So even if you're not necessarily flying with the autopilot, you are flying with the autopilot, if you know what I mean. Like, you might not have heading mode active, altitude mode active, nav, anything like that, but the autopilot is maintaining the aircraft stable and all that. So we're going to be doing a vertical takeoff. I do want to show the aircraft, so we're going to be doing circuits around this airport. So we're going to be doing a vertical takeoff. We have selected vertical. I'm not sure if I can select before I turn the engine on. We're going to check that. Yeah, float is off, wipers off, HTAS on, parking brake is on, okay. Autopilot still off. Now here is the lights, and I'm going to show you using the tablet. So right here, we have position lights and anti-collision lights. And if you look here, you did move this, which is pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Yeah, let's follow our procedure. And I will have a link for this as soon as it releases. I'm gonna be working on a checklist of my own, and if I do find I need one, I'm gonna just leave a link in my description. If I do make a checklist of my own. Okay. RA1, FMS. And then what you do here, it is very, very straightforward. Engine 1, idle. And then if you monitor the engine here, it's gonna move up. And we should have movement. We do have movement. And now we can monitor. Engine idle, sweet. And then we can go for the second engine. Startup test, okay. That's really good. Autopilot, yeah. See all the warnings. It's basically letting you know what is missing if you have any issues. So what we're going to be doing is both engines on flight and guarded. There we go, looking good. Okay, so here, autopilot backup, autopilot 1 and 2. We got rid of the warnings. Hover mode. Vertical takeoff is selected. That's good. So we're going to be turning on strobe lights and landing lights. Now let's take a look at the screens themselves. Here you select your takeoff mode, your nav source. Really straightforward. HSI, you change this from the modes. You have different modes. You have hover mode. This really helps you hover. This changes the background. So yeah. I like this one a little bit better for a helicopter, to be honest. Now here, we can duplicate this. VMS, which is the one we have. Nav. Map. We also have a camera of the helicopter. Pretty nice stuff. Miscellaneous, that is the camera. Control. So yeah, this is basically your controls. As you move, your pedals, anti-torque, electrics, system. As you can see, Hype Performance Group really did an amazing job here. The fuel. Yeah, let's go back to VMS. Previous. There we go. Status. FADEC, all this. Report. Configuration. Weight. Nice stuff. Yeah, the fuel, you can actually change your fuel using this. There's aircraft, I believe. Yeah, so you have fuel here. So fuel, bam, 25%. Full. And it's very straightforward. Equipment, options. And here you can swap the FMS system. You can use the PMS 50, you can use the TDS. You know, you can change the weight units, barometric, temperature, fuel. There's a place to select vortex ring state. Yep, this is it. Vortex ring state is when you're descending too fast and you descend into the downwash of the blades and then you lose lift. It's a very, very bad thing. You do not want to get in a vortex ring state. So yeah. As you can see, very, very in-depth. However, we want to keep the autopilot screen up. Now let's arm the floats. So, we will be taking off first with the autopilot. So, parking brake is on. It is on. We are going to hover around 6 feet above the ground. And then we're going to engage hover mode. So slowly adding throttle. As you can see, the particle effects near us. So nice, so nice. You can actually see the rotor is doing this. This is so nice, such a nice effect. Yeah. We have lifted off. Let's hover. And then we get hover mode on. Now the aircraft is hovering by itself. Hover, height. And everything is good. We're Gucci. GA. Actually, and our high, yeah. So to do vertical takeoff and rare takeoff, you do have to engage this, and our high. And then you select this and the aircraft will take off by itself. Looking good. And then we keep an eye on the altitude. And the thing with the H160, the autopilot is so advanced. If you have an engine failure, the aircraft will come back to land roughly at the same spot you took off from. So this is an extremely safe and advanced aircraft. Okay. Approaching decision altitude. And this is all the autopilot still. Now we can go GA again. And it has basically engaged the heading mode. And you can change the heading. You just move around like so. And it updated heading, vertical speed, indicated airspeed. Super nice stuff. And the altitude, you can increase and decrease the altitude. And you can also do this through the panel right here. And now we're going to be doing a rearward takeoff. And for this, we're going to go takeoff mode, rearward. We're going to select this. And up here, we're going to make sure this is toggled on. And now we are in hover mode again. This is how you go in hover mode. We're gonna hover. Engage the hover mode in the autopilot. High Performance Group did a fantastic job with this here. Got a little bit distracted. Look at this. I love this. Hover mode. Let's make sure we are stable. We are. We press go around. And now we just monitor the aircraft. Look at the effect. High Performance Group really did an outstanding job here. This might actually be my favorite helicopter for the foreseeable future. I cannot wait to fly some medical jobs here. Let's say 150, 150. We engage this mode again. It does say go around, but it's gonna go heading, altitude, vertical speed very, very soon. Let's retract the landing gear. And I am using Flight Control Replay, which is a very, very nice tool. I will have a dedicated video for it in the near future. And as you can see, it did automatically change the mode. Very, very nice stuff. Okay, now there's a really, really nice feature of the H160 that I really want to show you guys. And we are back here. We're going to be doing a rearward takeoff. Let's go on hover mode. And This feature is, let's do 100. If you have an engine failure, the aircraft will basically land itself back, roughly in the same spot, like within a few feet from where you took off. That is super nice. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a rearward takeoff using the autopilot, and then I'm going to put engine number 2 on idle. So a little bit of lactive. Like so. Now we engage hover. Looking good. Let's get rid of the parking brake. So we are stable. Let's engage the takeoff. And again, NR high. Takeoff. And if you look down, we are going back. We are most definitely going back. So what I'm gonna do is, after we reach roughly 100 feet, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the engine number 2 on idle, 100 feet. Guard and idle. Rejected, yes, yes, so nice. I am not touching the controls whatsoever. This is all the helicopter. It might not be perfectly from where we took off from, but it will be within a few feet and collective all the way down. Look at this. This is so nice. This is such a safe feature. Such a nice feature. And this is the H160 by Hype Performance Group. So we've checked out vertical takeoff, rearward takeoff, and also rejected takeoff. I've got to say, this is looking like it will be my favorite helicopter for the very, very near future. I mean, from the near future up until, I don't know, until when. Because honestly, this is a complete aircraft. Again, this is a preview. This is not released yet. Some things might not work as intended. So yeah, This looks like, right now, this is my favorite helicopter. We have vortex ring state. The autopilot is excellent, so I can do longer flights with the helicopter. I've got to say, I'm loving this. I will have a link for this in my description down below whenever this releases, and I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I will have more, at least one more video with the H160 before the release. I love this, I really do. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe, and thank you for the chance to preview this high performance group. Thank you. Bye bye everyone.